I'm guessing it's time for a guest. Some cookbooks make me too hungry for my own good. Vassos, it's a good job you're leaving. You might want to leave sooner rather than later because I might end up eating you. Unless our next guest brings in some food. This book is so good. It's unbelievable. The Spanish Pantry, José Pizarro. Vassos, the big intro, if you don't mind. Thank you.
He's the titan of tapas who has awards all over his kitchen floor and best-selling cookbooks tumbling off the shelf. His latest, The Spanish Pantry, 12 ingredients, 100 simple recipes, is out tomorrow. So pour yourself a rosé and get yourself cozy for José Pizarro!
Here he is, José Pizarro. How are you, José?
I'm very happy to be here. I'm very well indeed.
This book is amazing. The Spanish Pantry, José Pizarro, 12 ingredients, 100 simple recipes. Thank you. You brought in some soup, which is good, because it means I can drink it, stop being hungry, and still talk. Thank you.
Exactly. I make with chicken stock, or with vegetable stock.
Yes.
The recipes with chicken.
And it's cold and it smells amazing. What is that? What are the herbs in there? What's going on?
You have thyme there. As you know, plenty of garlic, oregano, and a figs. Right. Now coming on season.
It's easy for hot stew and hot soup and hot broth to smell wonderful, but it's more difficult for cold things to do that because they're not steaming. And this smells as good as anything I've ever smelled before.
Always, for me, a cold tomato soup in the fridge, coming home in Spain or London today with the heat.
Well, we're getting
nice
the
and
Spanish
cold.
flu.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Thank you for all these recipes. Thank you for the weather, which has come from Spain, apparently. I'm just going to have some of this now.
Good.
Oh, my gosh. Who needs anything else?
It's all simplicity. The simple...
It's got a kick to it, man.
Good tomatoes.
It's got a long tail kick to it. Yeah. Right, before we get on to more recipes, let's get on to these 12 amazing ingredients. How did you decide what they were going to be? What are they, José?
Very difficult. Spanish pantries is huge. Yeah. And so many ingredients I left back. I think all of them means something to me. It means something that I grew up, the tomatoes, hanging the tomatoes, the onions. We say before, life is all about memories. Yeah. And these ingredients, all of them are in memory.
So you talk about
since always.
Tomatoes, first of all. Is that because they're sort of front and centre, closely followed by peppers? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tomatoes, peppers, and onions, garlic, that is not there, are the base of our cooking. Yeah. Came from America many years ago. Fun enough, the people didn't want to eat the tomatoes in that time because they used for ornamental plants.
Really?
Yeah. And then they discovered they are so good, and then here we are. Tomatoes everywhere.
All right, so the tomato section is amazing. Green tomato marmalade with grilled pork chops for a kick-off. On the next page going forward, you've got your pesto stuffed tomatoes. And then we go back a couple of pages, page 43, this chilled roast tomato soup with figs. It's so smooth, right? And it's so sort of fruity and elegant. And then it punches you in the face about a second later.
A little bit of punch always good, my dear.
Ooh.
And then some jamón ibérico, and jamón is another ingredient, and manchego.
How'd you get the kick at the end of the mouthful?
With chili, simple. Normally all the sweetness coming first, and then the kick coming to you. What we do is roast. Right. We roast the tomatoes very well with the skin. We roast the garlic as well to caramelize them, to bring all the sweetness, and that's it. Really, it's so simple. Seriously,
it's simple.
You know my books, you know my cooking, you know my restaurants.
I know, but it's like all about firework. Simplicity. They're like the best fireworks. Yep. They sort of flash and then they bang. This is the same. So it's the sweetness of the tomato that seduces us in, and we think the coast is clear. It's safe to swallow, and then you get the firecracker of the chili. It's great, isn't it?
Bum.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm quite happy. I have to say.
I started to mark the pages up of your book that I wanted to talk about, and then I realised I just marked every page. So we could go to like braised oxtail with fried padron peppers, pinchos merino with romesco.
I love that one.
That's awesome. Poached eggs with chorizo and broad beans. So you brought in some chorizo over here, some pata negra as well. How do you how do you poach your eggs? I know it's simple, but it's not easy.
It's not easy. Many ways. I just prefer just the simmering water,
Yeah.
nice salt, and a little bit touch of vinegar.
A deep saucepan, lots of water.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just move around the water. It's like everyone does.
So you cause a swirl first.
But sometimes I do. I just take it out when the eggs are very watery, Take it out that watery and just pure egg yolk and egg white. And it's the best poached egg. And have to be really running inside that egg yolk coming through the broad beans.
Yeah,
is
and
just,
a little bit of residual heat. So it has a little journey on the plate as well, the egg yolk.
Yeah, have to.
I've got to tell you, the number one, right, poster sort of girl, boy, man, woman, child, vegetable of your book, as voted for by the team.
Yeah.
All right. Is page 97, roasted potatoes with manchego and pepper crust. We all want this for the rest of our lives, don't we? What is going on with this?
It's just pure roast potatoes and then just finish with the manchego on top. And I have to say, it's a winner. It's a winner. I don't know why it works so well together. I think it's the crunchiness with the potatoes, with all that manchego, the smell of the manchego, the steam. It's just great. It's just simple. It's the normal roast potatoes and then add some manchego.
You say normal roast potatoes. What is your normal? I mean, your normal is like wish we could do that once in a lifetime. No. How do you do your roast potatoes, José Pizarro?
Like everyone does.
No,
triple. Fry.
Triple fry. See? Yeah. Oh, everyone does that.
Everyone does that.
No, they don't.
No, 80 degrees first, cool down, bring back 180, 120, and then cool down back at 180.
Do you dry them or not?
Yeah, dry them.
So you see, you're missing bits out.
Because
start again. We got a potato. What kind of potato? What kind of potato?
Have to be nice and flirty.
Right.
Yeah. And then have to
parboil.
Parboil.
How long?
Parboil until you see them all start broken down a little bit. Yeah. And then it's when it's gonna be absolutely
on the brink.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the brink. I don't know that word.
On the edge. On the edge.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And then just fry 3 times.
Okay. Just fry 3 times, and then sprinkle with this manchego.
Yeah.
Off the chain. All right. Where are we going next? What is, question here, because I don't know about this, but it looks great, soft almond and orange blossom Turon.
Turon.
What is Turon?
Turon is the perfect. Well, it's what we love in Christmas.
Right.
It's kind of nugget,
right.
And it's just.
Is it a tray bake?
It's what?
A tray bake.
What do you mean?
Do you do
Yeah. You just put the paper.
Yeah.
And then the rice paper you just press, and it's very, very, very popular normally in Christmas time.
Right.
And you have soft Turon, you have hard Turon, and this is absolutely gorgeous with lovely orange blossom.
Please have a look at this, everyone. This book is called The Spanish Pantry. José Pizarro, 12 ingredients, 100 simple recipes. So
Have to be simple.
Yeah, but what happens is they are simple. Again, not easy, but stick to the rules. Do exactly as José says. And maybe, if you come up with something like a bronze product or result, outcome, compared to José's gold, it's still a gold compared to most other recipe books. So... The portion size and the portion shape of these soft almond and orange blossom Turon is very similar to like a Turkish delight kind of size.
Can be.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. We make it with honey.
Yeah.
And it's that thing that you have. I think we are sweet enough. I don't like much sweet. But when you start with that, do you know what I mean? The problem is you cannot really stop.
Yeah.
Have a nice coffee.
I know.
Good espresso. And just keep going.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. We were talking about sweet treats last week, and there was something we were talking about. I won't say it again, but I said, look, the only way to not have too many of these is to throw the rest away before you start eating it. That's the thing, isn't it? Because once you pop, you can't stop.
You have to put 3 pieces there.
Yeah.
And then the rest keep in the cabinet.
All right, caramelized almonds with dulce de leche semifredo. So
we need to have more semifredo. People are very scared to do
what is
ice creams.
semifredo for people who don't know?
It's kind of ice cream,
yeah,
to say, but you don't need to put in the machine.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's a lazy.
Yeah.
We'll say a lazy ice cream.
It's not lazy.
It's lazy.
It's the kind of thing, if you've never had it before and somebody just serves it to you, you go to one of Jose's places and you eat it, you go, what's this? It tastes like ice cream, but it isn't. And that's why, isn't it? That's why. That's the answer right there.
I think it's all about, we say many times, is buy good ingredients and don't destroy them.
No, that's the thing, isn't
It's what it's all about.
Yeah, I
Don't
agree.
destroy. Cook simple, cook with love, and enjoy. And
Yeah,
to
and
think-
be organised in the beginning. Set out your stall, get all your peeling done, get all your drying done, get the right pans with what you need in them, and just enjoy yourself.
You have to.
Because if it starts chaotic, it's not going to get less chaotic, is it?
No. But I think a little bit of chaos.
In the end, yes.
Yeah, it's have to
but not
be.
in the beginning.
Not in the beginning.
No.
You need to have everything ready.
Yeah, it's not going to sort itself out, is it?
Yeah, but for me, I love entertaining. I love bringing people home.
Yeah.
When people say to me, but you cook at home. I say, yeah, it's the way for me to relax.
Yeah.
Business is business. Everywhere is a square. Have to be 5 grams of sugar and 10 grams of flour. Yeah. You go home, just open the cabinet.
Let loose.
And open a nice bottle of wine.
Kick back.
And that's it. And then get
Open
messy.
the window.
Get messy.
Say hello to the neighbours. Come on.
I have lovely neighbours. I have lovely neighbours. Well, like everyone, some of them.
Oh, sorry about that. There's a lot of talk about caramelisation in the book. Caramelising the onions, caramelising the tomatoes, caramelising everything here, caramelising the almonds. Can you give us a super hint on caramelisation? Can you get it wrong? Can you over-caramelise?
Totally, you can
What's the
over-caramelize.
most common error people make in caramelising things?
To put too much sugar to caramelize. I have soup there with I caramelize onions. I add a little bit of sugar. But normally, when I caramelize onions, it's just plenty of onions, very fine. Cover a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, and just cover for a very long time, a very low heat. And then bring all the sugars coming from the onions. Yeah.
Slow and low.
Slow and very long.
Yeah, and you can always have a party at the end.
Oh, yeah.
In the pan.
And
Party
then
in
you
the
can
pan
do
at the end.
Yeah, and you can just
again-
get over to you with all the onions, and it's nice and
Yeah,
sweet.
don't start with the party in the pan. Don't party in the pan too early. You can party later. Tills, it's not just me. Is it
And
you've
then
had...
take it up. Let me finish the caramelization.
Sorry, chef. Sorry, chef. Crack on.
And just take it out.
Yeah.
And put the heating up.
Yeah.
And caramelize the
Sorry.
sugar.
Sorry, I apologise. Sorry, I was getting too excited. Till, it's not just me with this soup, is it?
Oh my goodness!
How good is this?
It's
It's
so
getting better.
Good. I've just been sipping it, no
So have I.
spoon, just out of the glass, out there, whilst listening to this lovely
You're
chat.
lovely
and
guys. Love you.
it's so wholesome, but also so fresh, which I feel like is quite hard
Can
to
you
do at the
imagine
same
this
time.
as a Bloody Mary?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Say that.
How good would this be as a Bloody Mary?
I think I'm
Good
going to do
idea.
that on Saturday.
This
Lolo.
would be great because we're drinking it out of glasses. Normally we'd be spooning it out of bowls. I swallowed my first mouthful and I've been sipping ever since because I've realised it's all I need to do. And it's literally getting better. I don't drink anymore, but if I did, this would be maybe with a mussel in there, a mule or an oyster in there as well, like a shot, like a Bloody
Right.
Mary shot. What's Spanish for Bloody Mary?
Virgen María. No,
Virgen
blood.
María. Virgen María.
No,
Wow.
bloody is Mary, María Sangrante.
What do you think about that? Good idea?
I will not say María Sangrante. I'm going to say Chris San Bloody Chris.
Then
Bloody
nobody will buy
Chris.
it. Don't stick my name on
Bloody
it.
Chris. But try with manchego. Come on. Seriously.
Okay, here we go.
I
I've
know
got
you
some
love
over
it.
here.
You have some there.
So what have we got in front of us now? This is
Manchego is cured manchego, 18 months cure, and that is one of the ingredients as you saw with the potatoes.
and the pata negra.
And then is jamón. That is another of the ingredients from the book.
Ridiculous. This is the best morning ever in the
favourite
world.
food
It's my
ever.
favourite radio show ever.
Yep.
He's now become my favourite human being over and above my wife. Sorry, Tash. Sorry, babe. I love you. Well, I loved you, but now unfortunately you're married as well, aren't you? Yeah.
Say again.
You're married as you're married.
We're in the process.
Yeah. In the process of getting
The
married.
process. Yeah. In
To
some point,
your lovely husband
hopefully
to be.
soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Peter's
if
husband to be.
you have second thoughts,
Always I thought about that, my dear. You know that.
yeah, okay. That's amazing.
It's
my gosh.
It's just great.
You talk
Very
about your
simple.
village again. You talk about your mum again.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time you came on, we're talking about the Spanish Pantry with José Pizarro. 12 ingredients, 100 simple recipes, all gorgeous. Sorry, I can't eat because my mouth's watering so much, and I'm enjoying this far too much. You've talked to us in the past about how you got to the UK, but you've never talked to me before about how little 7 or 8 year old José Pizarro fell in love with working in the kitchen whilst he was still in Spain. What happened there?
I was a little naughty, I'll have to say. And my mom, we grew up in a farm, and my mom was always with my dad helping. That means that the time cooking for her was just her time. And I was not really allowed to be in the kitchen.
Okay.
Because it was like, I need my space. I need my 2 hours to cook for you guys. But when you grow up in a farm and you grow up with a great cook, that is my mom.
Yes.
Always you a sponge, you are like a sponge.
Yeah.
You take
And it's fun,
all
isn't
this,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You take all the smell, all the flavors, and that's it really. And then I went out to study. I did dental technician.
All right, you were going to be a dentist.
Yeah,
See,
I finished dental technician. Yeah.
Right, we never talked. I did not know that. You do have wonderful teeth. Now I know why.
No, not really. I don't want to see any teeth of anyone. And I found a job in Seville, and was far away from my mom. And my mom always doing, the container to take the food with me.
Yeah, you packed lunch.
And I was, wow, I'm going to live in Seville. My mom is not going to be able to cook for me. And I have a gap between the job,
Yes.
like 6 months. And I thought, let's do a course, cookery course.
Because you had to.
You had to learn properly how to cook for yourself.
But you were going to be
Even
a dental.
better.
But you qualified as a dental technician.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
were going to
yeah,
do.
Yeah, I am.
Well, dentistry's loss is our gain. Please, yes.
And that's it. And then I start in that course.
Yeah.
I just fall in love. I thought.
Was it a restaurant?
It was a restaurant. It was in the university.
Okay.
And they send to you to restaurant to do to learn from the bottom as a kitchen porter. And Chris, I just completely fall in love.
And you had no idea?
No idea. Just cleaning pot and pans. And for me, it was like, I'm going to be the rest of my life looking ugly, broken tooth, or I'm going to be in a kitchen with people enjoying all the smell coming from the kitchen. That was, for me, life change. And then I went to my parents and said, Mom, Dad, I know I have a job in Sevilla, but I think I want to change my career. I want to be a chef. Can you imagine my mom and my dad's face?
Especially you qualified.
Yeah.
You've done all the work.
And I was not very good student, I have to say. Always I was, jumping around. And,
But that's why you are who you are.
And that's it. I changed my career completely from dental technician to try to be a chef.
So what was your first job getting paid then?
That was in the restaurant. I was cleaning pots and pans.
That's what you started doing.
I started was a kind of rotisserie.
Yeah.
And it's where I did learn
So
a
in
lot.
charge of the meat first.
Yeah. The chef, she was a very strong lady. And definitely she teach me how to be in the kitchen.
What's her name?
Anna.
Anna. God bless
And
her.
thank God bless Anna. And she really took me and
Under
said,
her wing.
kitchen is not to be jumping around. Kitchen have to be all,
And how
proper.
come that made you behave? Is it because you respected her so much, because you love cooking so much, because you felt a calling, because you knew it was right?
I think everything I learned before with my mom, all the kind, even I was not allowed, all the smell, came back to me, came back to me. What I do, in that time I was doing, after the rotisserie, I started doing more fancy food, dot and foams.
Yeah.
And, but was that love? That was all the things I saw before in my house, where I was sitting, just changed.
So you had this sort of subconscious education that you couldn't get away from.
It's how you grow up in a farm, It's how you see the animals. how you see the tomatoes, how difficult it is to grow a tomato, how difficult it is to grow hens, and how difficult it is to grow a pig, you know? It's hard work for my family.
And it's your true nature, isn't it? Because they do say now that if you're struggling, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, and you're like confused, who am I? How am I? What should I be doing? Often, really useful advice is, well, what did you like when you were 8? Because that probably was your true nature. It doesn't mean it's right, but have a little think about, what did you handcraft? What was around? The sounds, the smells, whether it's music, whether it's pots and pans, whether it's a combination of the two. Did you have posters on your wall? Who were they of? What were they doing? And that's, you couldn't get away from it. So your head said dentist, but your heart said, no, kitchen.
No, I had that I had to learn, I had to study, because my dad told me very clear, or you do something for your life, or you come into the farm. And the farm is hard work.
Of course it is.
I saw, my mom, my dad didn't have any holiday. It was all about...
No day off?
No day off, really.
Yeah.
No. And for me, it was like, no way, Jose. And no...
No way, Jose!
always,
that.
always I say, yes way, Jose.
Round of applause for No Way, Jose. Come on, from actual Jose. No, you must have heard that so much as a kid. No way, Jose.
No, but my motto is yes way, Jose.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was life change. I have to do something.
So
I was very good with my, carving, and thought, perfect.
Yeah, of course you were, especially learning to be a dental technician. So you went from potentially a life full of looking into people's mouths to filling
nothing
people's
wrong with
mouths.
that. Nothing wrong.
You're still around the mouth area.
Yeah.
You're just putting stuff in as opposed to taking stuff out.
Yeah, better leave it like that.
Yeah, let's just leave it like that. Let's leave it there.
It's happy for me, to cook for people,
right.
or be in business, or in my house, or just bring to you guys some food. It's good.
Braised oxtail with fried padron peppers.
Padron pepper, as you know,
oxtail.
you love them.
Yeah.
Very quick, fry in plenty of oil, very quick, plenty of salt. And some of them are very spicy.
Yeah, love them. Rare sliced rib of beef with almond and tarragon salsa. Just unbelievable. We've been doing a lot of barbecue. We've got a new barbecue, and we've been doing lots and lots of barbecue, not just the weekends, but in the week. Keeps the kitchen clean. It cooks the meat better. My son Noah, who you know, he's going off to Portugal on Saturday to work in a restaurant for the summer.
No way.
And he's so excited. Look
Porto,
at you.
I know.
Look at you.
Porto food is amazing.
Swelling with pride. You know Noah, don't you?
know.
My friend's restaurant where he's going, he gave me this killer barbecue tip, which was get the meat as close to the coals as possible, or the wood, as close as possible, but not the flame. And then the second you think it's done, get it to the plate as soon as possible.
Yep.
None of this resting business.
Okay.
Do you sort of agree with that?
I like to rest him.
Yeah.
But because
He says
meat,
pan fried, yes, but barbecue, no.
barbecue. Barbecue can be. I need to try that. I need to see 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But for me, resting is important to leave the meat
Yeah, I get
to to get in peace, to say that.
okay, I see.
But in barbecue, I will check, definitely.
Okay.
It's
All
a very
right.
good tip to learn. Thank you, Chris.
Well, it seems...
I'm going to put it in my next book, I promise.
Tash always rested her meat.
Yeah.
And then the day we came back from Portugal a couple of weeks ago, she tried it, and it was a different experience. The meat was a lot more bloody. There's a lot more moisture going on. A bit more messy on the plate, but the actual texture and the tenderness, the melting aspect of it in the mouth was off the chain. But you know about all this. Yeah. You're a chef.
It's good. It's good to
Jose,
good
I
meat.
love you. Jose, I love you. We love you. We love the
you
soup.
guys. Thank
we
you for
love
the support.
the hammer. We love the manchega. We love it all. Can we hear it for Jose Pizarro, please? The Spanish Pantry. Jose Pizarro. 12 ingredients, 100 simple recipes. It's simple, but it's not easy.
It is easy.
Treat those ingredients with respect.
Easy peasy,
All right.
lemon squeezy.
No way, Jose.